They're waiting. Come in. Come on. Come on. Let's take it off charge. Oh, okay. Because we're going into the domain of the bean. And there is the bean. Oh, let's take a few and see if we can find a half decent spot. Okay, let's hope that works. I'm a little bit high up, but let's see what happens. You got the bean there as well. Okay, I really, really hope that you can hear me. Oh, you didn't want to be on camera? Well, you did have bean on the camera. What's wrong? Am I disturbing the peace? Yep, she's gone outside. Well, that was short-lived. Okay. Welcome in to the Friday Live. My name is Khadijah. And it's Friday! Now, I'm going to do things ever so slightly different today. So, as the title says, there is going to most probably be no wool going in for the giveaway cube, because everything I'm showing you today, excuse me, I'm sorry, is in project bags to be turned into a project at some point. I don't know what point that is, but at some point it's supposed to turn into a project. So it's all accounted for, although I have been very unsensible and not put a note in each bag to say this is going to be blah blah and this is going to be blah and this is going to be ha ha ha. So I don't know what each is, but because I've got to keep it in the project bags, I am making a note of everything wool wise that I tell you, so that when I come to do the timestamps tomorrow, I don't have it all sitting there waiting and I just go through it on the sofa. I've got it written down and then I can just transfer it over to the timestamps. Anywho, got my chat, so let's have a look. We have a Miss Wriggles. So welcome in, Miss Wriggles. Thank you very much for the emails. We will get to them. Credit check. Trying to do a credit check on me for the apartment. Well, I hope the credit check goes okay. The only reason why it wouldn't, I suppose, is because of the ex. But I really, really hope it goes through well. Welcome in, Miss Sarah. Good evening, Perp. Yep, I've got your pictures, Miss Wriggles. Kiss kiss to the beans. She's gone outside. I don't know where she is actually now. Oh, she's playing wildlife in the undergrowth. She'll be back. Evening, Snaily. Hey up, love. Hey up, ma'am. Welcome in, Miss Doris. Hey up. Wriggles says, no, I have no credit. You've got no credit score at all? Your class is bankrupt? Cindy. Welcome in, Miss Cindy. Long time no see. Okay. Let's get that on there, and let's get the first bag. Now, I haven't been under this bed, which is where all the project bags are, for a long time, because more recently things have been made off the list than on my list. So things under here have just been sitting and waiting. So I'm kind of dreading this. But we'll see what happens. Okay. So bag number one is bag number one. This is my first. My favorite. And I've got so much of this. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I've got loads, and I definitely want to make a couple more shawls out of this. This is a shawl in a ball. Yum, 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 yum. Lion brand, and this is in the colour Soothing Blue. Now you've got pretty much natural light here, so I'm hoping it shows that. I've already got a second ad. Come on, I'm only 6 minutes in. What the heck? I should have let that play actually, but hey ho. Anyway, Soothing Blue. So I've got a feeling there's going to be quite a bit of this under there. 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, and 3% other fibre. Other fibre. I dread to think. But the very lightest, this one that's showing kind of in the middle at the moment, is an off cream white, going to a cream, going to a very, very pale denim, going to a light blue, then going to kind of a grey, a light grey, a smoky colour, and then we're going back to a dull blue, a medium blue, and the darkest on here is almost a royal. And this has been my favourite for I don't know how long now. Probably since the first day I ever touched it. It was my first non-English wool I ever touched. Technically it was shawl in a cake, not shawl in a ball, but that was 4 years ago, when I won it from another channel. And I love it because even though it doesn't state it is roving. It's bumpy, 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 so it's texture. And I made my first ever shawl with this stuff. Again, shawl in a cake, not shawl in a ball, but still. I mean, I had to make what it was made for. It was supposed to be for a shawl, so I made a shawl. And that was my Bruges lace shawl, which maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't. Slightly different colour to this, but still, it was Lion brand shawl in a ball. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 of them. So let me just write that down. Hang on. This is where things are going to differ a little bit. So I've got Lion brand shawl in a ball, and yes, I'll give you the deets on it in a moment, although I can say it out loud because while I'm writing it down. 150 grams in a ball, and on here is approximately 481 yards or 440 meters. And it's always approximate. It can't be dead on. But also in this bag, see how different that blue is? Even though they're exactly the same, they're just wound different. But the difference in the blue. But not only have I got 4 of those, but I've also got 5 of these in the bag as well. This is the metallic version. So this is wind chimes, and it has a blue sparkle running through it. So this one is 61% cotton, 34% acrylic, and 5% other fibre. But they are the same colour, just this one has got sparkle. And this one I've got 5 of, where, or at least in this bag, I've got 5 of them. Where this one I've got 4. Have they got the same amount on them as well? Same amount of yardage. So there's that. The shawl in a ball with the sparkle. Let me get that back in the bag. What that's supposed to make, I don't know. It's a lot. So I've got a feeling that's going to be a wearable. Something like a laced duster. So that's the first project bag done. And I'll check the chat. Nope to both. You've never had a contract phone? You've never paid bills? Dang, that's going to be blooming difficult. Lucy, welcome in, Miss Lucy. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. Miss Perps says pretty bag. Thank you. I love it because it's blue and it's white and it's silver, which is perfect for me. Cindy says, oh, nice shawl in a ball. It's my favorite. My favorite. Miss Triple T, is it a PT? You make sure you do that PT, okay? Okay. But welcome in. Cindy says, cute haircut. Who's had a haircut? Who can you see that I can't see? When? Donna! Welcome in, Miss Donna. How do you do? She says, I love the sparkly. Me too. The magpie in me is like, ooh, caw, caw. Wriggle says years ago you had a contract phone, then you've got credit. If you've ever paid for a contract or paid bills, then you've got credit. Doesn't mean it's good or bad, it just means you have got credit. So I really, really hope everything goes well there. I really do. Bills. Okay, next. I'm sitting on laminate flooring, so I can literally just swizzle my butt. I don't even have to move. I just rotate myself. Next. We got some shawl in a ball. I did say there's going to be a lot down here. So the next bag was in Happy Mail for me. Happy Mail. Happy Mail. And in this bag, we have shawl in a ball. And this one is in the colour Feng Shui Grey, which is my third favourite. Very, very close second, but third favourite. But look at the fuzz. Look at the fuzz. This is the only reason I hate Shawl in a Ball. Like, the only reason. It's impossible to frog because of that. The fuzz. It's impossible. Like, I was doing the broomstick cowl with you guys, and I made a very small mistake and was like, I'm not going to leave it there. I'm going to go back and redo it. It's the first time I've needed to frog Shawl in a Ball. Couldn't frog it. I got so frustrated, and I was being so careful, and I was picking the fibres out, and I wanted to throw the lot through the window with the window closed, and I wanted it to smash the glass as I threw it. It didn't, of course, and I didn't throw it, but still. Anyway, in this, we have got a stormy black grey. I mean, it is black, but it's like the darkest grey possible, with elements of white speckled through it. And as it goes along, that grey gets lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter until you've got a grey cream. Alhamdulillah. Bless me. Sorry. And the white is speckled throughout the entire lot, through the black, through the light grey, through the whole lot. You've got little bits of white. It's exactly the same as the soothing blue. The only difference is on this one, you have got approximately, even though it's the same weight, approximately 518 yards or 473 meters on this particular one. So, what did I say this was? Feng Shui? Yeah. Feng Shui Grey. Feng Shui. Who said that? Who called it Feng Shui? Oh, it might have been Cynthia. So what is this? 473? 473 meters. But I have got two. Oh, no, not quite. Two in this bag. But also a shawl in a cake. I mean, it says shawl in a ball, but it's been made into a cake. It's been made into a cake. So yeah, there's three. But also in this bag, we have got its counterpart, its sparkly counterpart. Sparkle, 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 which is in the colour Opal. So exactly the same, except this doesn't go as dark as black, I don't believe. It goes very, very, very dark, but it doesn't go black. But the metallic in this depends on the way the light hits it, because in parts it's purple, in parts it's gold, in parts it's blue, in parts it's green, in parts it's silver, all depending on how you look at it. And with this one, you've got 440 meters again. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Opal in the back, as well as the 3 Feng Shui grey. And that's all in one project bag, which means that I had intended to make a larger thing. Again, I'm guessing it must be a wearable because I'm a big bird and I need enough yardage. I'm pretty certain I won't need all of that to make whatever it was that I was going to make. But it's good to cover yourself in more ways than one. So that's project bag number 2. And now I check the chat. Hi Bills, tried looking at my credit score and can never find anything. Oh, there's over here we have Experian. We can look at it anytime for free and we can improve our credit score fairly easily. But there's got to be a way that you can find it, surely. There must be a way. Perp and Snaily, bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Snaily's loving the sparkle. Oh, sorry, the sparkly. Cindy, beautiful colours. I'm guessing that's the Opal. Yeah, there you go, Donna. That Opal is gorgeous. It's so pretty. You know, I can even handle the little bit of pink in there because it's so covered in 20 million other colours, but it's just, I mean, I'm a sparkle fiend anyway. My magpie is very much front and centre with a lot of things. So the sparklier the better. And that one is definitely way more sparkly than the wind chimes in the blue. Even though blue's my favourite colour, the Opal is way more sparkly. Okay, next bag. I have no idea how many are under here. Oh, another Happy Mail bag. Let me just make sure nothing fell out. Hang on. Did anything fall out? I don't think so. No, we're good. Nothing fell out. Okay. Okay, this was a giveaway win. And I still have not decided what this was going to make. I know somebody suggested something, and again, I didn't put a note in any of the bags to say, oh yes, you were going to make this. But here is the bag. This is the bag. Happy Mail bag. And inside I have 3 amazingly soft. Oh, it's so soft. Caron. It's the Caron Latte cake. And this is in the colour blueberry. Oh, it's so fuzzy. I mean, I whatever happens, I do not want to frog this. Oh, but it's so soft. I do remember when I first obtained this. I think I had 2. I think I won 2. And I was gutted because it wasn't enough to make a wearable. So I had these 2 in the living room on top of my coobs for so long, and almost every single time I passed my coobs, oh, that's what I did. Literally, because it's so soft and it feels so good. And because I wasn't intending on making anything for anybody else, because I'm selfish, I didn't care if my germs were all over it because it's mine. but still, blueberry. So this is a 58% acrylic, 42% nylon, and amazingly, as soft as it is, there's no polyester in it, which amazes me. And these are 250-gram cakes. It's classed as a bulky because of the fuzz, but it's closer to a kind of a thick Aran. But lots of fuzzies. Lots of fuzzies. 530 yards or 485 meters approximately. Oh, it's so nice. I was very, very lucky that when she was around, Miss Caron recognized my plight of, I want to make something proper with this. I want to make something wearable, like a little cardie, lovely fuzzy little cardie to cuddle up in. This I do remember. I don't know which cardie though, but I'm remembering cardie because I wanted to like, ooh, with the fuzz. But she got me a third one. So I do have 3 in the project bag. Now this goes between 3 different blues. You've got a medium blue, a cloudless sky blue, and an off-white blue. So there are those 3. You're gonna have to give me a minute to write them down, and then I'll get back to the chat if there is any. So let me write it down. And of course, Caron Cakes is Yarnspirations. Yarnspirations. Caron Latte Cake. In blueberry. 250 grams. How much was on it? I've forgotten again. 400 and something. 485. Okay. So that is that bag. That is that one. That's 3 project bags done. Sarah just finished watching your video. She painted the little foal. Oh! I knew about the kitty, but not about the little foal. Oh! Well, it's like in front and under my PC screen now. That and the kitty cat. They're under the screen, so that I can see them like almost constantly, because that screen is in my face all day, every day. It made me a little bit teary. I haven't been able to try a latte cake. Well, nor have I yet, because it's still in a project bag. Maybe I didn't know what to do. Well, this is the problem that I had with it. It's like it's so fuzzy. What do you do with it? It's lovely. It's not fuzzy enough to do as a trim for something, but I now I've got it in my head that I remember saying that I wanted to do a snuggly cardigan with it. Not a long, not like a duster cardigan, but like a waist length cardigan, so that I can snuggle up in it. But I have no idea. I have patterns for cardigans. I have a few patterns for cardigans, and I probably was either sent or bought the pattern for the cardigan for that to make, but I don't know which one it is. But it's in a bag. It's in a bag. Oh, it's windy. Okay. Next. Is this the one that I made? Yeah, this is the one that I made. This is the one that I made. Okay, so I made myself a project bag. Hello, my love. Sorry. This is the bag I made. And this was under instruction from Miss Ingrid, because she made me one of these bags. And I was like, I want to know how to make that bag. So she told me the basics. And going from her instruction, I kind of made it my own. So we have a rainbow bottom. Sounds really weird. Mainly blue, but it's got, you probably can't see them properly. It's got bubbles on it, so I've got texture. And then a rainbow with bubbles as a wide strap and a rainbow drawstring. This is one that I made. And in here we have got, so this would be to make a shawl for definite, because we have got more of the wind chimes. There's 3 in here, and 3 are perfect for a large shawl. Because what's needed roughly is about 1,100 for a shawl for me to go over shoulder properly. And because these have got 440, it's enough to make a large shawl. So there's 3 of them in there. I told you there'd be more. So this project bag is a definite shawl. And I think I was going to actually make the virus shawl with these, but I ended up making the virus shawl with something else. But as that went away, it's not going to stop me making another one, because I actually really enjoyed making the virus shawl after the whole hype was done and dusted. Pep says, well, you have the yardage and number of balls, try and match to a project and make a note in a notebook. Yeah, it's remembering what everything is, though. I mean, we've got cardigan, duster, who knows what, with the 20 million in one bag, and a shawl, but it's nothing specific. Oh, welcome in, Tracy. Hello to you. Welcome in. Okay, let me grab another bag. Bear with me. Oh. As soon as Beanie knows the bottom of the bed is open, she's so going to want to go in it. Next. Oh, well, that's an exciting bag. Exciting bag. Some of you will recognise this, because there's the drawstring. Exciting. It's a Wool Warehouse organza bag. So this is ice. And I've never taken it out the bag. Oh, I must have opened the bag at some point, because I do remember that this is really soft. So did I put... yeah. I'd put in a finger in there to find out how soft it was. So these, I will take one out. Sorry for the crinkling. So this is, are they all called the same? They are. So this is Ice Baby Ombre. This one is baby blue and white. I hope you can see that colour. And this is very odd, but I think that is how you crochet with it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ply, but it hasn't been spun. But it is so amazingly soft. Like, it's latte cake without the fuzz. I'm sorry, I was eating the pen. I apologize. So these are 100 grams, 100% acrylic, and approximately 200 meters on these. So as I always do, there's hardly any information. I'm amazed it had that much. So this is blue and white, 100 gram. And then there's also the plain white and the plain blue in there. So they all go together. So really, you start, I mean, control freaking me. What you must do is you start with either the blue or the white. And then you put that in and transition to the next colour. So this, with it being 1,200 meters, I think I wanted to make, originally I wanted to make a shawl, and I think in the end I thought about actually making a like a little lap blanket, but it can't be really more than a lap blanket because there's not enough on there. But this is a thin Aran when it's put together, but I have 6 in total. Now, quite honestly, I have no idea if I won those or if I actually bought them from Ice. I only remember buying Picasso from Ice when we had the Woolly Wednesday. So it's making me think I must have won it and been quite excited when it was blue. But I don't know. I don't know. So that is that. Shawl stroke lap blanket. Who knows? We usually have bags like that. Donna says, I may have to pick a knit shawl pattern for my shawl in a ball. Shawl in a ball, when it's knitted, looks so nice, and it is so amazing to feel it when it's been knitted. Oh, I love the feel of it when it's knitted. I don't love the feel of it so much when it's crocheted, but when it's knitted, oh, it's so nice. Listening mode. Cindy is in listening mode. Cindy, did you see the message from Donna? You're in listening mode. Are you listening to me? Listen to me, Cindy. Did you get Donna's message? Doris says that looks so soft. It really does. Like I said, it's as soft. I would say that is as soft as a latte cake without the fuzz. That's what it's like. That's what it feels like. It's really, really soft, like downy soft. There you go, downy soft. Snaily was cooking steak. Oh, she's one of those. Oh. Wool warehouse organza bags. Miss Perp. You won the secret giveaway. That has been there for about 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And you're the first person to say it. Zara, could you, no, not Zara, Perp, could you please send me an email with subject line wool, and in the email go, I won, woman, gimme, because you won a blind pick from the giveaway cube. Congratulations. See, that could have been anybody. I didn't even tell Zara that was the thing because I wanted to give everyone equal opportunity. Snake says, oh yes, I have loads of those. I ordered too much yarn. No, it wasn't Zara's. Or is it? Or is it Zara? Wait, let me go up. I thought it was Perp. No, it was Perp because it's wool on its own. Unfortunately, Zara did wool wear, which it doesn't count. Perp did wool on its own, which is the word. So I'm sorry, it was Perp. Sorry. I'm not telling you when I'm doing another one either. It will just be a random thing. I thought it might be a little bit more fun. Welcome in, Miss Angela. So, Angela, I was hoping you'd get my question last week about your eye surgery, cataract surgery. Have you had it yet? Cindy didn't get the message from Donna. I'm sure she would read up in the chat. I'm sure she'll do that. Yeah, it's Perp. Any other secret word thingies? Not at the moment, but I'm not going to tell you when another one gets dropped in, but it won't be in this live. It might be next live. It might not be for another month. Who knows? It's a random thing. It's random. I thought it'd be more fun. And I'm not going to tell anybody when it happens either, because then the chat doesn't get spammed and everyone gets equal opportunity. I very, very nearly said to Zara when I put this in, oh, by the way, there's a secret word that if anybody types it, it will trigger a giveaway. But then I thought, no, I'm going to make it fun for everybody, not just one person. Nope. So I didn't tell anybody. Miss Cindy's lurking back in the bushes, as long as it's not in the brambles. Lucy says, I've won the wheel so often, I've stopped entering any other giveaways. Yeah, you're doing quite well on that wheel. It's nice that I like it that way too, but a surprise for winner. Exactly. I mean, it gets a little bit when there are just random words spamming the chat and it's like, oh. So, you know, I'm not going to announce when it's going to happen. It will just be a sporadic thing. Of course, Angela, of course. Did you have your surgery yet? Have you had it? I'd asked last week. I thought you would have picked it up in the replay, but I don't think you did. But you said about I think you said it was cataract surgery, hence why you're on our prayer list. But did you have it done? Anyway, I'll get the next project bag. She ain't bothered. She couldn't care less. we have another wool warehouse bag. When you've got them, use them. So there we go. The iconic drawstring. Making use of the organza. And I know this was Happy Mail, and I know who the Happy Mail was from. Amazing that I actually remember this. Amazing that I actually remember this. So we have Vidalana by Knit Crate. This is Vidalana Heather Chunky in black cherry, which is spot on. 100% wool, chunky, 60 yards or 55 meters approximately. And this is 100 grams. It did come in a hank originally. I caked it. I need it in a cake. I caked it. All Vidalana yarns are made exclusively for Knit Crate. But yeah, I got this as a Happy Mail, and I do believe, I can't imagine which one I would have picked for this now, but I do believe that this, I intended to make a bolero. I love boleros. If I'm wearing a dress, I much rather have a bolero to cover up my bingo wings than a cardigan and go up. So this is a black cherry, which is spot on, and it looks to be slightly roving. Not overly roving, but slightly roving, which I love. But also to go with it, because I have two of those, is a blue grey, which they are calling Triple Luxe. And it's kind of a very, very dark grey, a stormy grey, and a denim blue all mixed in. So I had planned to make a bolero, but what would that be? 220 meters, but it's chunky. So whether it would actually make one or not, I don't know. But that is what we have. Spot on black cherry with the colour. I don't know what colour Triple Luxe is supposed to be, but there's definitely 3 colours in there. So I've got those to go together. And like I said, there are 2 of each in there. In the wonderful warehouse bag. Let me just write that down quickly. Vidalana. Black cherry. And Triple Luxe. 100 grams. I've forgotten how many, 55 meters. I think. Oh, she hasn't had, you haven't had the surgery yet. When are you getting the surgery, Miss Angela? Perp. Yes, Lucy, thanks for giving the rest of us a chance. Lucy is extremely lucky. Doris says, oh, is that my favourite colour? Pretty much. Cindy says, beautiful. I absolutely love, as a flavour, especially when it comes to yogurt, which is a very, 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 very rare thing for me. Especially with yogurt, but I also put black cherries in my porridge for breakfast. I adore black cherry. I'm not overly keen on standard cherry. I don't think they've got that much flavour. But a black cherry, oh, I love it. I'm not going to eat the yarn cake though. Miss Marie Chavez, welcome in, Miss Marie Chavez. Blanket, hello, and huggies to Lisa. Beanie, well, Beanie's over there. Beanie is flat, a flat cat, and fast asleep. I've been here listening and working in the yard. First non-windy day. Oh, I'm so glad you're outside in the garden. You didn't give up on it. Well done. Been here listening and working in the yard. First non-windy day to put grass seed down. I hope it works. It's been fairly windy the past couple of days here. I mean, you may, I don't know how good the mic is, but you may hear my wind chimes every now and again. Because it's windy. Miss Pep says, love the black cherry. Miss Angela says, when I get a call back from the Lion Club, well, I hope it hurries up so that you can get it over and done with, and it's finished, it's out of the way, and you can get on to recovery. Please, please, please let us know when things happen so we know. Keep us in the loop, girl. Please. Wriggles said, tried 3 times and they have an error message when I try and get a credit report. You get error messages? What are you doing, Miss Wriggles? What are you doing? Shh, don't wake the bean. I can see the toe beans. She's so cute. I do love my bean. Thank you, Miss Angela. Okay, we'll do one more today. It's so many, Andrea. There's so many. We'll do one more this week. We'll do another 20 next week. That one. Another happy mail bag. Choose kindness. And in here is another giveaway win. Pretty certain this is a giveaway win. Now, Lion brand is most definitely my favorite go-to brand. Within budget to a degree. Now, I say within budget to a degree. I've been very, very lucky that people have bought me the items that I've wanted to try, especially one particular person, Miss Caron, who, if there was a sale on, she'd say, is there anything in particular you fancy trying? And I was very, very lucky that she sent me a lot of what I wanted to try out, and I haven't even tried a lot of it yet, but I've got it ready to be made into things. But if I had the money, because it's a little bit more at market, Yarn Bee would be my favorite, because almost, if not all, of the Yarn Bee things that I have felt, oh my gosh, they're so soft. They are so luxurious feeling. I absolutely flipping love them. And this is no exception. This is Yarn Bee 44th Street in the colour silver grey, which may be really boring to some people, but for me, it is a silver grey. And silver and blue for me are it. Like, they are marriage match. But anyway, this on here is approximately 540 yards, and they've done 3.5 ounces, which I don't know what that is in grams. I don't know. 100 grams. There we go. It's 100 grams. So 500 meters on here, 540 yards approximately. There is 70% acrylic, 30% polyamide. And this is thin. This is sport weight, I don't think it's quite a fingering. If it's classed as a lace weight, then it's a thicker lace weight, but I'm gonna go as far as saying it's a sport weight. But oh my gosh, it's so soft. But I'm almost certain that this was giveaway win. And I have got 3 of these. And with 500 meters on there, 1,500, this is definitely a shawl. Just haven't made it yet. So let me just write that down. Bear with me. So we've got Yarn Bee, 44th Street, 100 grams in the colour silver grey with 500 meters. We woke up to clean ourselves. So that is definitely shawl in a bag. So we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bags today. We've done 7 bags. Let me just have a look. Wow, okay. There's a few more in there. There's a few more. So we'll do a couple more next week, because I want to make sure that the yarn segment of this live is no more than an hour, really. So we've done about an hour. If I do another project bag now, we're going to go over. So that is the wool element for today. I'm hoping Perp has emailed me. Oops. I just messed myself up. Yeah, she did. She did. Thank you very much, Perp. I got it. So I am going to go and change cameras, go make myself more comfortable on a sofa instead of a laminate floor, and grab myself a cup of tea as well. The wheel is going to go up. Oh, you can move and talk, Khadijah. Move and talk. Oh my god. Oh, my back. Can you stop eating yourself for a second just to say hello? You think? You think you say hey? Did you say hello? Oh, hang on. Oh, the beanses. The beanses. The beanses. They do say hello, you know. I'm going to put the wheel up. We have put Miss Christine on the wheel today so far. Let me step over. So, as we swap over, I will say, wait a minute. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I will put the wheel up, and if you are a creator and you would like to have your link dropped in the chat, then what you will need to do is put an emoji of a living thing. Doesn't matter what it is, a living thing. Find your emoji, plop it in the chat, and I will very quickly go and grab a cuppa, and you can watch the wheel spin round and round and round. I will be straight back, and then we'll do stitch markers as well. If we have Linky Doodab drops. Yummy, 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 yummy. Never regret your mistakes. Admire the courage it took to attempt the unknown. Well said, Teabag, well said. Remember, if you are a creator and you would like your link dropping, put an emoji of a living thing in the chat and then start typing out an advert to sell your channel. But don't press enter. That has got to be the weakest cup of tea I have ever made. This is what you get for rushing. Should brew a cup of tea for a number of minutes, not like 20 seconds, really. What I've made is probably washing up water. It smells lovely. Oh, okay. The Lucy wheel. It's not the Lucy wheel. We've got Auntie and Christine and Lucy. See? There are different people on there. It's not just the one. Okay, give me a second. Let me get my butt on the sofa. So we have no creators that want their link dropping? Okay. Okay. So I will come back up and scare you. I'm going to do Stitchmarkers plus. I'm surprised Zara didn't want her channel up. Miss Zara. Rudy says my name. Your name? Rudy. Anything else? I'm not sure what you mean, Mr. Rudy. Okay. So we are going to do a Zoom. Apologies. Oh, now the wind's picking up again. So that we can see the stitch markers properly. And then I'll take the thing away again. Okay, so let's focus. There you go. We have Disney-inspired waffle cake. Or waffle sandwich. I don't know what you'd call it. But either way. There we go. Mr. Rudy. On the wheel. Add me on the wheel. I will if you want to send a PayPal, Mr. Rudy, or a super chat that is at least £5, £5 British, which is what is it in dollars? About $6.70. So I don't think it's quite as much as $7, I think. But if you want to do that, I can happily add you onto the wheel, Mr. Rudy. Next, we have glitzy. A glitzy dress. Glitzy dress. And this is a front and back dress. So this is the front of the dress. And then the back of the dress has a bow. Hope you can see that. But sparkly, because when you wear a dress, you feel like your confidence is blooming and you feel glamorous. So the glitz goes with the dress. So there's that. And remember, all the stitch markers, they can be made into a necklace. They can be made into a key ring, bag charm, or if you keep them as a stitch marker, you can have them with a lobster clasp, lever back, knitter's heart ring, knitter's star ring, or knitter's circular ring. Here we have a crystal heart, and these come in a few different colours. So this one is purple, blue, and auburn. Perp says £5 is $6.64. Thank you very much, Perp. There you go, Rudy. If you want to go on the wheel to get your name on there once, that's what you need to do. And this one is more of a champagne. So it's got the beads to correspond. And the beads on this are glass, except this one up here. This is a spiral and this is crystal, but the two beads are glass. This is crystal, glass, and then crystal. I'll show you one more of them. Oh, God, help me. Why did I pick that one out? Oh, okay. This is pink and blue. And so it has the beads to coordinate. Got the crystal heart. So that's those. So that's the stitch markers for this week. But I've also got, maybe people knew, maybe they didn't know. I also do row counters, knitters row counters. So this one is multicolored. They come in rainbow, silver, gold, or silver and gold, depending, and all of them are completely different with a different charm on the bottom. And if you have a rainbow one, all the colours are completely random. This is a rainbow gold silver one, as an example, and they all come with a little marker I believe Perp had one of these. I believe. I might have really got that wrong. But a complete rainbow one has the rainbow rings as well. And then one more just to show you. This is the silver one. We go from 0 to 9. So you can do up to is it a count of 99 rows on those, I think. I might have got that wrong as well. But there's those as well. Okay. And I'm going to take a... No, it's too hot. I really want to take a slurp of that tea because it's so nice. It's so nice. Okay. Miss Doris says, so pretty. Very, very, very colourful. Very colourful. So I also have something to show you, thanks to Miss Perp. Yes, I had one. I gave it to a friend. See, she hated it. She's like, ugh, don't actually like it. You take it. Miss Perp has a birthday on Tuesday. And she has gone with her daughter, Miss Snaily, to have afternoon tea yesterday, and she wanted to share. So we're going to show you what Miss Perp had for afternoon tea. And let's bring it up. So this is the layout. We have flowers on the top. And a very nicely presented shelving of yummies. So let's start with what's on the top. And this is where Miss Perp's either going to tell me off or just say, nah. On the top layer, we have got a scone or a scone, depending on where you come from. I say scone, with clotted cream and strawberry jam. Now, she said she has a macaroon, but I don't see any macaroons on there, but I do see a macaron. Oh, she's going to kill me. Because this is a macaron. But I don't see any macaroons. So I'm sure it's just a spelling mistake. I'm sure it was. So scone with clotted cream and strawberry jam, a macaron, and a ruby chocolate coated strawberry. They had one each. And then we move down to the middle layer. Yummy, 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 yummy. The middle layer, there is a brownie, a blondie, a strawberry cream cake, lemon tart, and profiterole each. Now, I'm wondering whether they ate the flowers as well. I would have, but maybe that's just me. But it's looking... that would be gone in seconds. It really would. It would not last. It was so hard for me when I went for afternoon tea with Tess to actually hold myself back rather than just shoveling it in as fast as I possibly could. Anyway, bottom layer. Here's the bottom layer. And on the bottom layer, they both have a cup of soup and 4 finger sandwiches each. And on those sandwiches, I'm guessing one is salmon, one is egg. I'm not sure what this is. Salad, cheese salad, but it looks almost like there's a jam or a chutney maybe on it. I'm not 100% sure, but still, cheese, salad, ham, maybe. They'll show you, they'll tell you. So that, and a cup of tea, of course, in a lovely, lovely blue cup with a saucer. It's got a saucer. So that was afternoon tea for Perp's birthday that she had yesterday because Snaily had the day off. And so they went to celebrate together. And there they are. There you go. There's the birthday girl and her daughter. Come out of the way. Why are you taking over Miss Perp's head? Go away. I don't want it open in Adobe. Go away. Wait a minute. Let's try that again. It's not going to go away. What a poo. Okay, there you go. So we have a Snaily and a Perp. Perp, of course, wearing purple. Of course. Of course. And Miss Snaily wearing a top that she made by the looks of it. Quite like the design, I do. But I love that they've put flowers on it as well, just to give it an extra bit of zhuzh. We likes a bit of zhuzh. I likes a bit of zhuzh. So I hated Perp for the moment when I opened that and saw everything and was salivating because I was actually hungry at that point and I couldn't eat at that point. Anyway, I'm scrolling up so I can read the chat. Doris says hippo birthday Perp. Marie says happy birthday early Perp. Perp says they needed it to count rows and they loved it. So I said I would get a new one. I just haven't got around to it. I have around to it. I got it when I was in middle school from my 6th year teacher, Mr. Glendon. I know I called him Dad at one point. I can't even remember his name. He was young. It was quite funny because his suit was a little bit too big for him, just a little bit. But I called him Dad once, as you do. Miss Pep says it was yummy, whatever it's called. I'm guessing that's the macaron. Macarons are with meringue, and macaroons are coconut cookies. Doris doesn't care. She's like, oh, yummy. Sneggy said we were absolutely stuffed, but it was delicious. It looks amazing. Teresa, welcome in, welcome back, welcome to the chat. Did you do your PT? I hope so. Sneggy says there was a beef and horseradish, ham, cheese and chutney. There you go. I said it looked like jam, but it was maybe chutney. There you go. Ham, cheese and chutney, turkey and salad, and egg and cress. You know, egg and cress is such a classic, but it's actually probably one of my favorite sandwiches. Probably because I just really like cress and I really like eggs. So egg cress is just nommy. Marie says, beautiful ladies. Perp again, verifying. Egg, ham and cheese, chicken salad, and beef and horseradish. I won't touch horseradish. Well, I don't eat beef either anymore, but never touched no, once touched horseradish. That was enough. Didn't want it after that. Rudy says, I viewed sister. And Hawaii 5-0. Wow, that's going back a bit. On Dabby or Dabble? I'm sure that's an L, maybe. And H and I affiliations. What is that? What is that? Perhaps says thank you. Marie says you're so welcome. Triple T says, I'm going to have to rewatch. I realise it's silly to hear about yarn and Stitchmarkers without seeing them. Yes, it is. Cindy is lurking. She's a lurking gherkin, Mr. Rudy. Okay, before I forget, at the top of this chat are the prayers and the thoughts, or at least I really hope they are. The prayers and the thoughts are up there. These are the people that are in need. These are the people that need a little bit of a boost, a little bit of something good on their side, a little bit of motivation, some good news, a health boost, etc., etc. These are the people that need it, please. So if you are religious, please, 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 please spare a prayer. If you are not religious, don't worry. I'm not ruling you out, because you can think of the person. A thought goes a long way. If you think about somebody, it really, really, really helps. It really does. It's nice to think of others. And these people up here definitely need. So please do. While I'm going there, because he is up there, Mr. Hunter is still in hospital. He went into hospital on Sunday, and this is the first time he stayed in hospital, which a huge part of me goes, yes, because I know he's got a roof. He's on a bed for the first time since October. He's eating and drinking properly. And if there's any worries with his surgery site, there are nurses and doctors around. I'm not saying it's the best thing ever, because, again, it's third world country, but it has cost 800 quid for him to be there. And it was said that he'd be there for 5 days. So he went in on Sunday. I'm really, 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 really hoping to a degree that he's out tomorrow, because in all this time, neither I nor his family have heard anything, because he can't have his phone with him. There's no way of using the phone in the hospital. He can't charge it up. There's none of that over there. So the phone has been off since Sunday. His family have heard nothing, and I'm really, really hoping in this instance, no news is good news. I'm hoping, in a sense, to hear from him tomorrow. But we'll see. If he needs longer, he needs longer. It is what it is. I just want him to be well. Okay. Marie says, oh, got to run. Plumber's here. Plumber? What did you do with the plumber? What are you doing with the plumber? We'll watch later. Have fun, everyone. Thank you, Miss Marie. Mr. Rudy says, Ladybird, do you know Yarn Works by Lydia? Yes, I do. Not personally, but yes, I do. Teresa says, I want to thank everyone who is sending prayers and thoughts for my mum. She says thank you from her. Also, that wait a minute. Ugh, I lost it because the chat jumped. I want to thank everyone who is sending prayers and thoughts for my mom. She says thank you from her also, that just knowing that people are thinking of her has been helping a ton. You see, just because you might not be religious, a thought goes a long way. It really, really, really does. Proof. Thank you, Miss Teresa. Thank you. Miss Lucy gives prayers for all. Thank you. Miss Cindy's saying, take care, Miss Marie. And also, yes, prayers for all. An update on Miss Ingrid. Miss Ingrid. Oh, bless her. Miss Ingrid has a really, really bad cold right now, which is really not doing much for her heart at all. There are a couple of other things as well. She's got an infection. She's got a cold. She's getting the usual heart cramps. She's struggling breathing and she's struggling to stay awake. So the majority of time she is asleep. When they're not in load shedding, I do get the odd message from her, so I know that she's still kicking, even if that be just a gentle little kick. But she did want to say hello to all the lovelies in the chat with a kit hug. So there you go. Okay, we have pictures from Miss Wriggles, because you know we want to see the fluffy things, right? You remember? We want to see the fluffy things. So a little bit of fluff. We have a little bit of fluff. We can't even tell what the fluff is there because it's just a big ball of fluff. It's grey-white fluff. Fluff. Lots and lots of fluff. But I have to go into a different email. Hang on. We have defined fluff. It's like they've had an argument. When I first saw this and opened it, I was like, oh, they're not talking to each other. Look, they're like, both of them are as far away from each other as they possibly can be. They've had an argument. They are not happy. But for me, this one, she's so cute. She's such a lovely colour. I love her colour. But there they are. And then we have one more. She has been a crocheting. Look at the colours. Look at the colours. Now, she hasn't said which shawl this is, but I'm sure she'll put it in the chat for us. Is this for you, Miss Wriggles? Did you make it for you? It's a very, very pretty cake. That must have come from. Pretty cake. Pretty cake. Cake. I don't eat cake, but if it's cheesecake, cheesecake. We need to know what the shawl is. And also we have one more from Miss Pub. Now, last week she showed us that she was almost finished a premature baby cardigan, and we saw we had the back panel, we had half of the front panel, we had the sleeves. I think it was just the second half of the front panel to do. Well, it has been finished. So this is, we'll go with the cardigan first. Love the little crystal button on it. Look, got a little crystal button. I love also that there's that ridge for the arms, and you've got the two different stitches for the arms, the hem and the edging, and then you've got the hat to match. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. She finished it. So that can now be donated, or at least maybe it probably already has been donated. But she's let us see what happened, because last week we saw it in progress. This week we get to see the finished thing. So thank you, Miss Perp. Thank you. Okay, let me bring that back, and going back to that. Thank you very much. Okay, right. Let me get back to the chat again. See where I am, if I can find it. There's Cindy, prayers for all. I will send the messages on to Ingrid, because I know she won't get to see the replay this time. Sometimes she gets to, sometimes she doesn't, but I know she won't get to right now. So grabbing Zara and Doris's message. Wriggle says, it's a lion head and a lop-ear bunny. Ooh, a lop-ear. Oh, lop-ears. Oh, they're so cute. They are friends. And California giant rabbit. California giant rabbits? How big do they get? Snaily says the colouring is gorgeous. That's got to be for the shawl, I'm guessing. Miss Teresa says we're going to have flan for hubby's birthday tomorrow. I'm excited. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever had a flan. I have never had a flan. I don't think I've ever had flan. And that's not for not wanting to. That's because I've never had the opportunity to have flan. I don't think. If I have, I must have been very, very young. It's not just a lack of memory thing. I don't think I've ever had it. But happy birthday, Mr. Triple T, or Mr. DePape. Doesn't sound quite right, does it? Miss Snaily says, I've just had the last bit of Christmas cake. Real Christmas cake? Like real Christmas cake? Or are we talking a different type of Christmas cake? Like real Christmas cake, the one that takes a couple of years to mature, and then you have the marzipan, and then you have the hard icing coating on the top. Oh, I love those Christmas cakes. I absolutely flipping love them. Love them. If I'd ever had a wedding where I had to show off, I would have asked for a wedding cake that was like that, like very, very traditional fruit cake, marzipan, icing. Give me. Nobody likes it. Oh, well, what a shame. Because that's about the only cake that I will eat. Cheesecake doesn't really count as cake because it's, well, it does, but it's cheesecake. But, you know, cake wise, that's the only type of cake I eat. She says, very pretty, mum. That was for the cardigan and the hat. Wriggles says, this is my shawl. Good girl. Caron, go to shawl. It is a mandala. I had a feeling it might be a mandala in Shimira. I so wanted to say Shimahi, which is where Mr. Hunter is right now. He's in Shimahi. It's very close. Shimira. She also says, rabbit-wise, they are bigger than Teddy. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's quite a hefty bun. Not bum, bun. Not the bun you eat either. I mean bun as in bunny. Real Christmas cake, she says. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Do you pick it? Do you like take the icing off, take the marzipan off, and then have the cake? Do you eat the cake first, then the marzipan, then the ice? Do you play with your food? Miss Pep says, what is flan called in UK? Flan pie, an open sweet or savoury tart. No, flan is like, you know, what are they called? Not panna cotta. I want to say panna cotta. You know, we get those in a yogurt pot where it's like caramel and then the juice is on the bottom, but you have to kind of plop it on a plate, unleash the little tab on the bottom so the air comes in and the thing drops out. That is very much like a flan, but it's like a mini version. Those I've had, yeah, it's not a proper flan, but flan. Teresa says, it tickles me to hear people call him Mr. Me of any version. I like to tell him and rub it in a bit. Oh, hello, Mr. Teresa. Happy birthday, Mr. Teresa. Big strong man that he is. It makes him blush a little. Hey, Triple T, Mr. Version. Snelly says, I only enjoy a tiny slice at a time, can't eat much, and occasionally have it with cheese. Cheese? You have it with cheese? With cheese? What the? Snaily. Oh, my poor head. What the heck? What the heck? Pep says, Google says a flan is a tart here. You can call it whatever you like. Snelly says, Googled flan. It looks like a caramel mess. Yeah. That's how I know flan to be. Hang on. Excuse me. Sorry. I know it as, I'm sure it's panna cotta in those little pots. I'd so want to go and Google what those little pots are. Which I haven't had since like the 80s, I don't think. But I've definitely had them. But they're like a caramel glob with the darker sauce on the top, but you've got to open it upside down. And a lot of people I don't think actually open it upside down and eat it like a yogurt, and it's not supposed to be eaten like that. Rudy says, Ladybird, how was years 54 and 29? I wasn't around in years 54 and 29. What are we talking about, Mr. Rudy? You gotta give me some details here. I need to be filled in on this conversation of whatever it is. Snaily says, I didn't say I like it with cheese. Lol. But it's Yorkshire tradition. You mean like having the Yorkshire pudding with ice cream? Like that? You're all so weird. Pep says creme caramel. Yes. Thank you. Then he says it's like having sprouts on Christmas dinner. Just tradition. Brussels are nice. Brussels you eat like sweetie. Brussels don't even cook them. Just eat them as they are because they're little green sweeties. Perpy's on a BRB. Rudy, 19th Street. What? Do you view yarn work by Lydia? No, I do not. I think I used to at one point. I think. But it didn't last very long. But what's 19th Street? And what's the... You've got to fill me in, Rudy. You can't just come out with random numbers and expect me to know what you mean. What's 54 and 29? Rudy says, because the 44th Street is divisible by 19th Street. Streets are divisible by each other? That's a new one on me. Be Creative Craft. Yes, Miss Pam. Yes, I do get to see Miss Pam every now and again. She does a lot of different crafts on her channel, and sometimes they go ooh, and sometimes they go oh, nah, it's not for me. But she does a lot of lives, and if I'm awake at like, I think it's around about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I will go into lurk mode on Pam's channel and go and have a nosy. Snelly says, did you manage to find some lives, Khadijah? No. It's the easy answer. No. I have found I actually miss going to her lives. Miss VJ, she actually goes live after me. Like when this finishes, she goes up. Normally, as I finish, she goes up. But for some weird reason, I said to her in an email, if you schedule it up and give me the link, I will do a redirect, which I have done anyway. I don't know exactly how that works, but when I finish, there should be a thing in the middle of the screen or something that takes you to hers. But instead of starting when I finish like she would normally do, she scheduled it for 45 minutes later. So I don't know if she is like busy until that point or what's happening. I don't know, but there's that redirecting. But when it comes to watching, everybody's on at really bad times because I'm asleep. But I think what I'm going to have to do is send my anxieties into complete meltdown and subscribe to 20 million Yarny channels again, by doing the thing that I used to do before, which is when I am available to work. I don't know why I do that, because it really is work. When I'm available, going onto YouTube, doing a search for crochet live or yarn live, etc., and finding someone that is live at that point. And if nobody is live, going hunting through a few channels, find people that are under 2K and putting them up in my, my community posts, so that I can help a little bit with getting those channels recognized by you guys, because we all love a little bit of yarn, we all love a little bit of making, and so I want to, help those out and help you guys find a new channel, maybe, if I can, if you guys see the posts, Mr. Rudy says, imagine if 290 yards. I can't do yards, Rudy. I do meters. I'm in the UK. We do meters and miles. It's the number 54 and 29. 90. Okay. But what made you put street on it? You just want to confuse me, Mr. Rudy. You want to confuse me. It's not difficult. I tell you that now. It's not difficult. Do you view Hook That Yarn? No, not anymore. No. The Dutch crocheter, Manuela. Welcome in. Welkomen. Goeie. I want to say goeienaand. That's Afrikaans, which is close, but not quite. It's not even Goedenacht. It's close, but that's not it either. Oh my gosh. My Dutch has gone bye-bye. I apologize, Miss Manuela. I apologize. I'm so sorry. But welcome in anyway. We've got about 15 minutes left, roughly, of the live. Roughly. Oh, I can't believe my Dutch has gone completely out the window. 54 divided into half equals 29. No, it isn't. It's 27. Next. Miss Reedy, do you view Echo from Living My live age? Nope, never heard of them. Manuela says, I changed my name. It was at first Lady Crochet. Lady. She's a Lady Crochet. Lady. But she's now changed her name. What made you change the name? Did you want something that was a little bit more to the point? Or did it mean a little bit more to you? I can't remember if I actually changed my name or if it's always been this. No, because I used to be my actual name back then. And then when I became a creator, then I changed the name, and I did it immediately so that there wouldn't be any confusion, I believe. Because when I used to go to the Yarn Geek, which is where a few of us met way back when, I was just known as Lisa Ladybird. That was it. That was who I was, what I was. And then when I became a creator, I was like, right, I need something that's going to work for the channel and not a personal name. So I became Ladybird Loves, because Ladybird loves wool, Ladybird loves cats, Ladybird loves gardening. At the time, Ladybird loved card making, Ladybird loved cooking. I can't remember what else was on the channel. But yeah, so it's that what Ladybird loves. So I changed mine too. That was quite some time ago, like 4 years ago. Living my best life. No, don't know them. Because I'm from the Netherlands. The Netherlands. I have a good stroke bad memory of going to Holland. I went on Orange Day in 97. It's either in 97 or 99. It was the first time I'd flown, and I went over to Den Haag to meet a pen friend. You know, back in the days when pen friends were a thing, I had a pen friend in Den Haag, and it was horrible. I had really, really, really bad toothache with my wisdom teeth. They were giving me hell, literal hell. And I couldn't see an emergency dentist while I was there. I had to wait like 2 days or something silly. And I got in such a temper tantrum because the amount of pain that I was in, that I jumped onto a tram and went to the central tram station thing, hopped on another tram. I didn't know what trams I was getting on, and I ended up on 3 different trams and was just completely lost. Completely. And of course, because it was Orange Day, it was parties and everybody was filling the streets, and it was an amazing vibe, but I was so miserable because I was in so much pain. It was ridiculous. But one of the best things about going to Holland for me at the time, because I had the money, was between one of the tram hops. It was going over a bridge of the river. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I jumped off the tram, and as I did, I kind of crumpled down into a little ball on the street, and I was crying because of the amount of pain. And as I stood up and I wiped my eyes, I looked where I was, and right in front of me was a shop full of ladybirds. Like the whole shop was so many different ladybirds. It was like it was meant to be. And if I remember right, it was all wooden items. And I still have a wooden mobile from then, which cost a fortune. I bought a couple of little items from that shop, but it was like, oh, this shop is made for me. It's just ladybirds everywhere. Like every single item was ladybirds. It was amazing. That was a good point. The view, the street party vibe, and because I heard one of the groups that I liked at the time, the Venga Boys, playing in the background in one of the parks or at the stadium, something they were playing loud. For those reasons, it was good. I got to see my pen friend and I helped him with his driving theory test. But mostly Holland was horrible for me. I ended up paying more because I wanted to go back home early just to get to the dentist. So I paid more to get back home than I had originally paid for my return flight ticket. And ended my 2 weeks there in less than a week. Fun times. There you go. There's memory for you. Mr. Reedy says, pray for Crystal from Hook That Yarn, and we've got Ned on there. Haven't we got Crystal on there? I thought we had Crystal on there. Oh, no, we haven't got Crystal. We've got Ned, though. Can I take any of these off yet, Mr. Rudy? You have to let me know when I can take people off. They're granted they come off at the end of the month if I don't hear anything anyway. But let me know. Rudy says, as of years 72 and 74, Ladybird is a teen. I wasn't even sperm at that point, Mr. Rudy. I was not alive in the 70s. I wasn't even thought about in the 70s. My parents weren't even together in the 70s. You do have some strange ideas, you do. Perhaps there's no Rudy. She wasn't born in 72 or 74. Thank you. Thank you. She was born in 68. Thank you. Manuela says, no fun memory. Well, the shop was fun. Jumping on different trams, how I didn't get caught, because none of them, I paid for the first one. I didn't pay for any of the other ones. I just kept hopping the trams. I was so lost. I was like, oh, get on another tram, get on another one, and go in a different direction again. Amazingly, I ended up back where I started, and I have no idea how I managed that, but I was extremely lucky. I mean, those were the days before mobile phones were that common. I mean, they were around, but they weren't like glued to everybody's hand like they are now. But still. She says, it is still horrible. It wasn't the best experience, unfortunately. Wriggle says, keep me in your thoughts for disappointment. We have got you here, haven't we? Did we have you here? No, I took you off for this month because we hadn't heard anything. Let's get you back on. Let's get Miss Wriggles back on. Miss Wriggly Roo. La 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 la. And update, which means I need to go back into YouTube to pin it to the top of the chat, because I still don't think Zara can do it for some weird reason, and I don't understand why not. It's very strange and very annoying. Thank you for the advert. I appreciate it greatly. Now let's get that pinned. Okay. On the prayer list, Miss Wriggles. Cindy says, hi to anyone in chat that I missed. Oh, you missed everybody. everybody. Rudy says 68 makes us say 93. No, 68 makes me say 68. 93 makes me say 93. Because we add a quarter. A quarter of what? What? Rudy, you confuse me so much. Okay, so we have got the new prayers and thoughts at the top. At the top. In fact, I wonder if I can grab. Bear with me a sec. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh my gosh, I miss that taste so much. Wow. Oh, Doris, that tastes so good. Let me see if I can grab. I'm going to need a broom or something, I think. Hang on a second. I'm on a mission. This ladybird is on a mission. And it's all because of Manuela. It's all Manuela's fault. What? I can't get it. No. I can't get it. Ah! I can't get it, Manuela. I was going to show you the mobile. I can't get it. Yarn it. This little wooden mobile, like you think of a nursery mobile. It's got 2, 4, 6, 7. I apologize. 7 ladybirds stand with 4 legs each. I don't know why they don't have 6, but they're standing on their back legs, and each one has a different instrument. So they're playing the guitar, they're playing the pipes. There's a saxophone and a trumpet and a type of horn. And the one in the middle is a conductor, and he's got like the sheet music, and he's like conducting the ones that are going around him. My hag mobile of ladybirds. Oh, that shop was amazing. Oh, it smelled lovely. But I just, it was so expensive in that shop. It really was. But I was just amazed to like find it the way I did, because definitely wasn't intentional. Doris said, you're welcome. It was the only tea in a bunch of tea I sent you that wasn't poison. So I found more of it to give you. Ordinarily speaking, I think I said that in the Happy Mail. Reading the ingredients on it, I think the first time I was like, oh, it sounds lovely. Yummy. And then when I actually tried it, it was like, oh, it's actually really nice. Yeah, I do have it with milk, though. I do have it with milk. Only a little bit, though, but oh, so nice. Pep says, take a pic and put on the posts, please. Please. Okay. Doris, you're laughing at Doris because she didn't send me poison. How nice of you. Anyway, I'm gonna take my ring off. I have my little Foley, and I have my little kitty cat that are just under my screen. I'm gonna get some cream from under the screen because I'm going to look after my hands, as you should too. When you're working with fibre, it dries your hands out, and you want to make your hands moisturized so they're not so dry, because dry hands are not good. It's not healthy. You end up with cracked skin. You can end up with infection, sore. Nobody wants painful hands. So make sure you look after them, okay? Okay? We look after our hands. Get the cuticle. Oh, Lucy, are you still in here? Let's see if Lucy's still lurking. I've just put a fair old bit of cream on and already my hands are dry again. They were like, drink, give me more. Wow. So dry again. I have to put a little bit more on. Lucy, it will be end of next week or this time next week, if that's okay. Still, if it's not, that's fine. It's not a problem. I'm not gonna go, oh, thanks for nothing. I'm not going to do any of that. If you can't, it's fine. If you can, this time next week, please. Anyway, everybody, it is time to disappear into the ether, as it were, and end today's live. Thank you very much to Miss Christine for the donation. You are on the wheel, my dear. I've added your name. Thank you very, very much. To everybody who came to gawp at the wool, thank you for gawping. For those that kept the chat going, and for the pics from Miss Wriggles, Miss Perp, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bring on your level up day, Perp. Bring on the level up day. I hope you guys look after these, because they'll look after you, and you need to look after you before you can look after anybody else. So everybody take care. I hope I see you next week. We'll do a couple more project bags again, because there's a few more to do. There's probably some more shawl in a ball there as well, because I don't think we've had all of it. But hopefully I will see you soon. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend, whether you're working, whether you're having a slob out, whether you're doing something, whether you're doing nothing. Either way, make sure you smile and try and make somebody else smile if you can. And one last little thing, pick your phone up. Find that contact that you haven't heard from for a little while and check in. Say hello, ask them how they are, because something might need to kind of be heard. So make the move and say hello. And I'll see you guys next week.